Next, we will have Lennon X. Scott Gramajo and Julia Montgomery, Henrico Warrior Achievement students, give their address.
Good morning, parents, teachers, family, alumni, distinguished guests, and class of 2018. Our journey through these 4 years of high school have been a roller coaster ride for some of us. From the 9th grade, as a group, we all started from the bottom, and now we're here. Beginning a new chapter of our lives. Think of how far we have come individually and as a class, from freshman to senior year. Our first class, our first sports game, renovation, when we had to walk around and across campus to get to class. Homecoming, prom, and now graduation. The class of 2018 is one of the most successful classes in Henrico High School history, with a whopping $17.9 million in scholarships. Every student has experienced his or her fair share of disappointment and upset, including me. I'll never forget the day I saw the Iron Man movie for the first time. I got off the couch and told my mom, when I grow up, I want to be Iron Man. She looked at me and said, Lennon, grow up. You're graduating next week. Sometimes life may not go as we plan, but like virtual reality knuckles, we must find a way. No matter what path we take after high school, whether it's going to a four-year university, community college, entering the workforce, or joining the armed forces, we must strive to make a positive change in the world. On behalf of class of 2018, I would like to thank all parents, teachers, siblings, counselors, and everyone else who contributed to our success, because today's preparation determines tomorrow's achievements. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Julia Montgomery, representing Center for the Arts. This whole journey started for us about 13 years ago with kindergarten. I remember my first day of kindergarten. I was unable to decide on the perfect outfit, and specifically a specific hat. Apparently, impressions have always been something that I value. Looking back, I realized I had good intentions because I treasured the idea of being perfectly ready and prepared. But school was starting in several minutes, and I couldn't decide what hat to wear. My mom was losing her patience, and I was late for school on the first day. My mom explained to the secretary of the office why I was late when I walked in. I was expecting to be yelled at, of course, but to my surprise, she looked at me and she told me how beautiful I looked and that I wasn't going to need a tardy pass because of how cute my hat was. So yes, my untimely preparations had paid off, so there. Fast forward to age 12, I was freaking out about going to this huge new school. I even made a friend draw me a map of the middle school so that I could find my way around. Really? A map for middle school? There's that being prepared thing again. Okay, so then comes high school, applying for Center for the Arts dance program. Out of pure nerves, I set aside time to practice for the auditions, not only with my teachers, but with myself. My preparations had once again paid off, and I was accepted into CFA. Despite coming to Henrico alone, I was able to quickly make new friends. And today, we're all gonna walk out of here hugging each other, appreciating the moments we've shared. From these experiences, I've learned that we all need to do whatever it is to prepare us for the next step, whether it's finding that perfect hat, or getting a map, or even getting in the extra practice. Whatever you personally need to move forward. Good luck to your next step forward, and congrats to the class of 2018.
Thank you, Lennon and Julia. We will now have Sucleen Carr and Brenda Liu, our salutatorians for the class of 2018, present their address.
Thank you, Jill. This is the start of something new. It feels so right to be here at the Siegel Center. And now, looking at all of our graduates, I feel in my heart the start of something new. You most likely recognize the gist of these lyrics from High School Musical. Today, we have amongst us comprehensive CFA and IB students. But आपा सारे करते हैं, या हिंदी विच हम साथ हैं. I have no doubt that every single one of us had a high school experience different from any other student. From freshman year, when we anxiously rushed down the walkways amidst construction, to an unforgettable senior year, holding the promises of our futures, every one of us made different memories. We made these memories together with our classmates, friends, teachers, and outside of school, our parents. I love you, Mom and Dad. Todos estamos juntos en esto. With some friends, we took trips to Taco Bell. With some, we made bucket lists so that our adventures would never end. And with others, our joy approached infinity, even in a class as challenging as BC Calculus. Despite our different experiences, we were always unified as a class of 2018. 我们都站在一起. It's with these individual differences that we demonstrated our greatest strengths. We're all different. We're unique in our own qualities. We have our own inexplicably valuable strengths, our own paths in the future, our own dreams that we're bound to achieve. Collectively, though, we achieved more than we could have possibly imagined. We, the class of 2018, have written history, even in the most literal sense. We received $17.9 million in scholarships, and that could have not been done by one student alone. Nous sommes tous dans les mêmes bateaux. I'm sure by now you're thoroughly confused with the random phrases I've been adding here and there. I've actually been saying the same thing over and over again, just in different languages. First, Punjabi and Hindi, followed by Spanish, Chinese, and French. I sincerely apologize for any mispronunciation. I can only speak a few of these languages, and the rest, well, my friends tried their best to teach me. I've been reciting a song lyric from one of the most iconic movies of all time, High School Musical. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. We all have different backgrounds, we speak different languages, we lead different lives. Yet, as Henrico High School's graduating senior class, we are and always will be in this together. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2018.
Hi, everyone. For my speech, I wrote a poem titled Perspective of a Warrior. Hope you enjoy. Perspective of a Warrior. Freshman year started off kind of scary, with the older, taller kids and muddy walkways leaving me a little wary. Everything about high school seemed unfamiliar and new, especially that outdoor campus, which I really wasn't quite used to. Remember that power outage and no school the first few weeks of instruction? That was fun, but I still won't miss all that construction. Sophomore year was a bit of a blur. I don't think much actually did occur. My Sweet 16 was relatively memorable, but so was the PSAT since my score was especially miserable. Because of that test, I had to study hard to make my dreams a reality, so I definitely won't miss the standardized tests, especially the SAT. Junior year was pretty stressful, with harder classes proving to be quite a handful. Days were long and my face screamed sleep deprivation. It probably didn't help that was kind of due to my procrastination. Trying to balance school, friends, and extracurriculars was a bit of a mess. So from junior year I most certainly won't miss all that stress. Senior year, time seemed to pass incredibly slow. But I have to admit, it was nice to skip midterms 3 years in a row. College applications were a whole other story. Writing good essays was hard, and they all sounded a little corny. With the end approaching and my motivation nearly gone, I won't miss applying to college in the days which seem to drag on and on. I won't miss the construction, SAT, stressing, or the college application process, as those cause me all kinds of distress. But despite all of this, there are a few things that I will surely miss. And that will be the friends I made in every year, the ones which I truly hold dear. I'll miss the teachers I met and the skills that were taught. You will use that information in the future, believe it or not. I'll miss all the fun times made with the people I love. Thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully I've become someone you're proud of. So remember, grads, if any experience seems just a little nightmarish, hold on to the good times and remember there are always things you can cherish. These are my last words. Thank you for listening. Congrats and good luck to the class of 2018.
Thank you, Brenda, and thank you, Sukleen. Ms. Shayla Loth, Henrico High School Class of 2018 valedictorian, will present her address.
Good morning, everybody, and congratulations to the class of 2018. We've grown a lot since we first came to Henrico, both literally and figuratively. We came in as nervous freshmen, some committed to a new school across town, looking to discover ourselves. We lived through 2 years of construction, a spontaneous power outage, and 4 years of clean sweeps. We worked hard, going from JV to varsity, from GAs to crisis, and from passive supporter to passionate leaders. We've made memories to last a lifetime. We couldn't have done it alone, though. I'd like to thank our teachers, counselors, coaches, administrators, librarians, and support staff at Henrico. I'd also like to thank my parents and every single parent in here. I know that my life would not be the same without the support of my parents, and for that, I am eternally grateful. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the class of 2018. Thank you for the great memories you've made for me and each other over the last 4 years. The memory of Henrico that I'll never forget happened just 3 days into school. It almost always rains on the first day, and in 2014, it also rained on the third. In fact, it flooded. Water poured into classrooms, and I, a naive freshman who hadn't bought rain boots yet, was stranded in a classroom after school. As some of us learned in English class this year, in literature, floods represent rebirth and renewal, new beginnings. In our first week of high school, the flood represented us, trying to remake ourselves, escape the awkwardness of middle school. Infinite possibilities seemed to lay ahead. Now, as we enter college and the workforce, we face yet another flood, another chance to remake ourselves. Instead of raindrops and puddles, though, we'll face new towns, new friends, and new ideas. Think about the last time you faced this transition as your 14-year-old self, and think about what you've learned since. Kindness, compassion, the warrior ways to respond, the pursuit of excellence, the spirit of engagement. Think about improving your communities, both new and old. And most importantly, think about the people who helped you on those rainy Henrico days and strive to be more like them. When you see the rain this fall, think about the person who you want to be. No matter where you came from, Moody, Wilder, Holman, Fairfield, Short Pump, or elsewhere, you'll have another opportunity to remake yourself. No matter if you are West End or East End, specialty or zone, we all face the same transition. We all have another chance to start anew. When it rains this first day of school, as it inevitably will, think about who you want to be and be that person. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2018.